Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Saturday, June 10th, 2023. I'm hosting this live session to wrap up the week and to create tomorrow and the next week. I do have to acknowledge that I made an error on the uh, Canva post and I had the date incorrect. Today is Saturday, June 10th, and my post said June 11th, so my apologies. Today's session, I want to begin with a story, and the story is about a barber shop in the mid 50s. This is a real story that happened in the Midwest in the United States. And in the mid 50s, in this little town, there was this awesome barber shop where people in the town, they all went to this barber shop. The families would get together, people would visit, they would have coffee, and children would get their haircuts, parents would get their haircuts, and also grandparents would get their haircuts. And it was just a beautiful time for the community to get together. So the barber shop was doing very well in business. It had been there for many, many years. And then something happened. Next door to the barber shop, another hair salon opened, and they began to advertise, "We are offering $6 haircuts." So as time went by, in a few months, the barbershop began to lose business because a lot of people were now going to this new hair salon, which was offering $6 haircuts. The owner of the barbershop has had this barbershop in his family for a few generations, and he was getting really worried. He had a son, and his son came home from college. He was a grown up son. He came home from college and he noticed his dad was not himself. He looked rather upset. So he asked his father, "What's going on?" He said, "Oh, nothing." He said, "No, tell me, what's going on? You look a little concerned." And the dad said, "Looks like we are not going to be able to stay in business and keep our doors open." And the son said, "Really? What happened?" He said, "Well, I've looked in every way. I can't figure out. I don't know how to compete with this hair salon next door, which is offering $6 haircuts. So I have done the numbers every which way, and looks like in a couple of months we'll have to close our doors and we won't be open for business anymore." The son had been studying the laws of success and the law of attraction and the law of thinking. And he sat down with his dad and he said, "Dad, let's do this. Let's do an exercise." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Well, let's, and I want to share this exercise with you because wherever you are in your life, you could be also doing this exercise. It's a brainstorming exercise. It is mind storming, some of the teachers call it." So the son told his father, "Let's write down all the possible things we could do to keep our doors open." And the dad says, "Well, I've already done this." And the son said, "Well, let's do this again. But do this coming from a place of there is a solution to every problem. There is an answer to every question." With that context, the son asked the father to do the exercise and do some brainstorming. write down ways in which they could start doing things that would help them keep the doors open. They started writing things, and the father, had really already done all the thinking. But the son insisted, so he kept doing the exercise. And after doing this exercise and after writing about 20 things and 20 ways that they could probably, do do the business, something clicked. Something clicked and they implemented it. So the son goes back to college. A month later, he calls his dad and says, "Dad, how's everything going?" And the dad said, "Well, business has never been better. We have had the best month in the history of this shop, opened for several generations, for a couple decades." So what did they do? What did they do different? Well, they put up a sign outside their barber shop that says, "We fix $6 haircuts." Yes. And that was what transformed their business. So there is a solution to every problem. Yes, the hair salon next door was giving $6 haircuts, but in life you get what you pay for. And soon people were not satisfied. And then they would come to this barber shop because they were fixing $6 haircuts. So I want you to look in your life. You may be dealing with a challenging situation in a relationship or something around your health and well being. Or it could be money or your business, what you're dealing with at your job. Begin to come to your situation with an open mind. Do a brainstorming session, a mindstorming session. And if you would like some support, you can always connect with me, send me a message at beyondyourblocks.com. And we will set up a time so we can do the brainstorming session together. Again, it's beyondyourblocks.com. There is an answer to every problem, to every question, and there is a solution to every problem. But it's very challenging to find the solution to a problem from the vibration of the problem. We have to come from the vibration of the solution. What do I mean by that? Everything is energy. Everything has a vibration. Everything has a frequency. Problems have a vibration. Solutions have a vibration. The problems have a frequency and a vibration. The solutions usually have a higher frequency and a vibration, or whatever the solution, whatever the frequency is, it's not the same as the problem. The solution is at a different frequency than the problem. It's not good or bad or high or low. It's different. You cannot resolve a challenge or a problem unless you come from the frequency and the vibration of the solution. How does one do that? Our thoughts are very powerful. Our thoughts create our reality. One of the ways I teach my clients to do that is through affirmations. You have a vision. There is something that you would love to create in your life. You don't have it right now. If you had it, you wouldn't be wanting it. You don't have the thing that you want because there is something in the way of you having what you want. Most of the time, those are limiting beliefs. Our beliefs are in the way of us having what we say we would love to have. The only way to transform a limiting belief or to not be stopped by the limiting belief is creating a new belief. See, we don't want to try to get rid of something that is not working. We simply want to create a new belief and grow that belief, energize that belief, make it bigger than the old limiting belief. As this belief gets bigger and expands, you will attract your vision, your dream, your goal, the future that you would love. And one of the powerful ways to do that is through the use of affirmations. You create it with your words, you affirm it, you have a positive statement, and you consistently affirm it. I get another question from people, well, I've been using affirmations, but they're really not working. I mean, I tried it, I used it for some time, I like it, but nothing has happened. It's very similar to you want to boil a pot of water. But what you're doing is you take the pot of water, you put it on the stove, and then you decide, maybe I don't want it right now. You turn the stove off or you take the pot off the burner. What's happening is the water was getting hot, but then you took it off the burner or you turned the stove off. It stopped getting hot. There is something called the law of sufficiency. If you want the pot of water to boil, you gotta put consistent heat underneath the pot. Once the temperature rises to 212 degrees, that's when there occurs a state change. Water boils at 212 degrees. At 211, you'll still see all the bubbles coming and you'll think it's boiling. You don't want to turn the stove off at that time. If you want the water to boil, you have to have the fire consistent and it has to get to a level of 212 degrees. It's the same thing with your affirmations. You start your affirmations, you do them for a week, then you forget to do them. When you're doing your affirmations, you're speaking the words that are consistent with the vision that you're committed to having. You're excited, you get enlivened, you connect with the future through the image that you see when you're saying the words. Then you stop. It's really important to be consistent. When you are consistent, you begin to train your subconscious mind to believe that the reality that you want, you're absolutely deserving and you absolutely can have it. What you have in your life is consistent with the belief that you have about it. If you don't have something, you don't believe it. That's why you don't have it, because if you did, you would have it. Or there is a limiting belief that's holding you back from having it. Affirmations support you in training your subconscious mind. So, consistent use of affirmations is critical. If you're interested, I have created affirmations on the 10 most critical topics health, love, happiness, connection, impact. These are just a few that I'm mentioning. I don't have my checklist in front of me. But I have created several affirmations on these topics. And if you're interested in getting affirmations that you can use consistently that would assist you, just drop me a note. Go to beyondyourblocks.com, set up a time, and then I'll be happy to give you the affirmations or the link where you can download them for free for yourself. So I hope this gives you a little bit of understanding of the critical nature of training your mind through the use of affirmations, connecting to your vision, writing your vision, being clear about what it is, being willing to be uncomfortable. You know, you want something, you got to do what needs to be done. And there's going to be bumps, there's going to be hurdles that come. But when you are clear about what it is that you want, those little hurdles and bumps and roadblocks don't stop you. So be clear, be unstoppable, and be willing to take action. What action can you take from where you are with what you have that's going to move you closer to what you're committed to? And there's always something you can do. It could be as simple as making a time on your calendar and making a note in your calendar. Okay, this is when I'm going to do this. This is when I'm going to make that phone call. Or this is where I'm going to go do the research that I have to do for this area that I need to, work on. It could be anything, but there's always something you can do. See, when you are excited about something, when you really want something to happen, and you're clear, and when you say, what action can I take? It could be a simple conversation with somebody who can support you. So be willing. Be willing to take the action. And of course, affirmations will only support you to get yourself in the same vibration and frequency as your vision. So the use of affirmation is very powerful. I teach my clients about using affirmations, how to be consistent, how to use. There's a whole thing I teach on walking affirmations. Again, if you're interested to learn more about it, just get on my calendar at beyondyourblocks.com and we'll have a brief conversation. This is not a sales call. This is really something where I will be able to give you what's going to help you move to the next step. See, your situation is unique. What I'm sharing here is in general, and it can help you. But for your specific, unique situation, I can give you something that's going to help you move forward and take the next step. So again, go to beyondyourblocks.com. And in a moment, one of the things I do in my Facebook Lives is I answer a couple of questions, and then we do a short meditation. So this meditation is going to be for 10 minutes. And the intention of this meditation is to learn how to breathe, to relax, to learn. I'm going to teach you two kinds of breathing patterns. Most of the time, what comes in the way is fear. Fear stops us. Fear stops us in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. One of the ways to overcome fear is to breathe. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth, like you're breathing out into a straw. Breathe in. Breathe out. Anytime you are experiencing anxiety, concern, worry, fear, doubt, you're experiencing this feeling of being unsettled in your body and very agitated, pause and pay attention to your breath. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. This specific pattern of breathing, in through your nose and out through your mouth, helps you shift from the fight, flight, freeze mode to the mode of rest, digest, and create. We're able to shift from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. And your breath is your instrument that allows you and supports you to make that shift. This simple pattern, this simple breathing exercise is extremely powerful if you use it. And you will experience the shift and the relief in your body. There are times where you can just do this for a couple minutes. Sometimes, depending upon the intensity of your stress or anxiety or worry or concern, you may want to do it for longer until you notice the relief and the shift in your body. But use the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pucker your lips like you're breathing out into a straw. And once you've done this breathing pattern for some time, then simply, with your eyes closed, look for what you are grateful for today. Something in your life that you are grateful for. It could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be an encounter that you had, or the opportunity that came your way. It could be anything. It could be you're out taking a walk and it's a perfect day. There's no humidity. There is a beautiful breeze. The sky is clear. The sun is shining. Oh, you are so grateful to be able to experience the gorgeous day. It could be a friend that you've spent time with for a few hours. It could be a dinner that you created with your spouse. There are so many things to be grateful for. I want you to get into the habit of looking for what can I be thankful for? You know, we always find what we are looking for. Yes, remember that. We always find what we are looking for. I am asking you to train yourself to look for things to be grateful for. And when you do, you will find them. Even in relationships where it is a challenging situation, look for what there is to be grateful for in that situation, in that relationship. We have trained our minds to look for the problem when something is not going the way we want it to go. And everyone around us supports us to look for the problem. But let's begin in challenging situations to look for what is there. What is one thing I can find that I can say, I am so thankful for this in this situation? And what is that for you? Be willing to look for what you can be grateful for, especially in a situation that is not very palatable. And again, you will find it because we always find what we are looking for. So we did the breathing, then we've looked for something to be grateful for. Take a moment and look for what you're proud of. You've had a beautiful day. It's Saturday. You've had a beautiful week. What are you proud of this week? Acknowledge yourself. The proud of amplifies the vibration of gratitude. So please be generous with yourself and look for what you're proud of. If you want, after we complete this meditation in a few minutes, you can make a note of this in your journal. So you can do this at any time during the day. I hope you do. Use this pattern of breathing. Come to a place of being relaxed. Look for what there is to be grateful for, followed by what there is to be proud of. I said earlier that I was going to give you 2 patterns of breathing. This is my favorite, the second one. I want you to sit comfortably. Wherever you are, whether you're in bed, put pillows underneath your knees, have your arms resting on your side with your palms facing upward, or if you're sitting, just have your palms facing upward. Eyes closed or eyes open, whatever is comfortable for you. If you are driving, please keep your eyes open. And simply sit still. Simply sit still. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Zen master, had his niece visiting him. This Zen master transitioned a few months ago, and his little niece was visiting him. She was playing outside with her friends. And she came in. She said, Uncle, I'm very thirsty. What's there to drink? So the girls came in, and Thich Nhat Hanh had some fresh apple juice, and he poured fresh apple juice in 4 glasses. You know how fresh apple juice is. It has pulp in it. So in the pitcher of apple juice, there was clear apple juice on the top and the pulp on the bottom. He poured 4 glasses. 3 glasses had clear apple juice, and the 4th glass had pulp in it. The friends, the niece's friends, they each took the 3 clear glasses, and the last one was left for the niece. And she goes, Ew, I don't like this. This is dirty. I want clear apple juice. And Thich Nhat Hanh said to her, Well, Just let it be still. All the pulp will settle to the bottom, and the apple juice will be clear. The same thing happens for you and for me. When you sit still, all the noise settles in your mind and your body, and clarity arises. Use this practice. Use this practice as many times as you want. Begin with at least once a day. Put a timer on, 5 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever works for you. Sit still, unmoving. Let the noise get quiet. Let your mind settle, and let clarity arise. I hope this has been of value for you. Until next time, bye-bye.